I think, if you go with me here, I think that it's been compounded by the fact that you have a pattern that started even younger where, you said your family doesn't do emotion. You guys don't really share with other people. And there's been periods of time when people reach out to you, but you have a hard time reaching out, and seeking help. And one thing that's been great is that you've been coming here and, we've been talking and it's been going really well. But I think that's really made, in some respects, I kind of wonder if that's kind of made, the periods of depression a little worse for you because you feel really isolated and alone and you haven't been able to reach out to anybody and nobody really knows what's been going on with you to be able to get help, because it seems like that this has been a kind of a long-standing pattern for you where it seems like it's hard, it's a group. As soon as somebody else is having a hard time, you jump in there and really start helping other people out. But when you're not feeling well or when you're not doing very well, it seems like it's hard for you to ask people to help you. Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, it makes perfect sense because even when you were appropriately anxious and worried about your mom when she had cancer, it's like you were basically told to kind of keep your feelings to yourself and you needed to kind of buck up and, pull your tears back into your eyes, and kind of be strong. And so you've really learned how to be there for others, but it's been really hard for you to learn how to let other people take care of you. And I think that's been one of the things that's made the depression more challenging for you. So what I'd like to do is I think that really then the issue that you've been struggling with is it's related to your grandfather's death, compounded by the fact that it's been really hard for you to ask for help. And so I think one of the things I really want us to focus on is helping you to resolve the grief that you've had from your grandfather's loss. Because again, think about it. You really haven't had a chance to really deal with this. You helped your mom deal with it. You've probably helped other people deal with it. You're there for other people, but you really haven't had a chance to really just focus in on this for yourself. At least if I'm hearing that correctly.
Yeah.
And so I think one of the things I'd really like to do is just have you and I spend the next few sessions just really focused on helping you be able to work through some of the grief that you've had. And also, I think the other thing that I'd really like to have us work on is finding ways for you to be able to get other people involved in helping you. I think it's hard for you.
Yeah, that sounds really scary.
Yeah. Do you know what makes that feel scary?
I feel like I'm just gonna be such a pain and such I don't wanna ruin anyone's day,
Yeah, right.
I don't know, I feel like if I'm already not in your life, then I come to you and I'm like, okay, I'm going through something.
Right.
It's like all I'm bringing is negativity. I'd rather just not bring anything.
Right. Do you feel like you've been bringing me down?
I feel like it's different because I don't know, I've really enjoyed our time. I think it's that's why it's your job. So
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, though, too, that your grieving is meaningful. It's the thing that you've described is really touching, and so therefore, it's really made me feel very, warm towards you and empathic about this situation. It's like, and having you share, even though yes, it's my job, but it's also, it's important. And I think that the people who care about you would feel like it was important too. And I think part of that is really, kind of thinking through ways that you might be able to kind of challenge that perception that you have that you're not boring everybody, but that you're pushing everybody away with your feelings. Because again, remember what you said, that's the feeling that you've gotten throughout from people in your family and others, is that you got to keep your feelings inside, you have to be available for others, you have to put on your game face, like when your aunt said that before you walked in to see your mom. And I think that's what you do, and you're really good at it. But what it does is I think it keeps people from connecting to you, and it also, kind of continues to keep you feeling like that somehow or other that if you were to share things other than just being positive, upbeat, and happy, that somehow or other that might push people away, or that might end up, kind of, I'm trying to think of the word. You just said it. I'm fumbling. But anyway, so those are the two things I'd like to work on, and also too to work on helping you feel like that you can approach other people without feeling afraid, and making it feel a little scary, because you've been doing it here, and again, this is a different situation, but it's been important, and I feel like it already. It seems like that you've been, seems like you've been reporting feeling a little bit better, even since you've been coming, just by talking. I think it'd be really helpful for you in terms of just helping work through some of the grief that you've had about your grandfather, by if they're finding other people that you might be able to reach out to as well. So that's kind of how I would summarize it. Does that make sense? Okay. So then that would be kind of your wrapping up. So basically what we've done is we've wrapped up, it's kind of like our phase